Really soft.
That's all I can take, y'all.
Amazing race. Take a look at this final, well, about 400, 500 yards.
That's where he gets them sideways. He's got Hornaday right behind him. They've got momentum right now. Now Kyle Busch has to be concerned about the 16 of Brian Scott. Todd Bodine drives by.
Brian Scott could have very well won that race if he could have just got an inch up beside Kyle Busch, but Kyle blocked him off. Brian had to come out of the gas. He had a great run down on the bottom.
And remember, the flat of the racetrack on the last lap will work. Is not out of bounds.
Look at that pack. 3, 4, 5 wide across the start-finish line.
And all of them made it but one. That's pretty amazing.
Unbelievable.
And TJ Bell, the way he ran all day long, he'll sacrifice a truck for that top 5 finish he's searching for. Right here, he thinks, I got a top 5 coming.
Look at this. 4, 5, almost 6 wide as they come through the trial here to determine the final, about 15 spots.
TJ was just looking for some room out there. Ran out of room, but still crossed the line in 8th.
He knew there was a wall over there. He's just making sure he's using up all the track he could possibly use.
He saw what Carl Edwards did a week ago.
Watch this move right here. Watch him get him sideways. Right there. He's going to the inside.
Right through the middle. Able to get by that 51, and then he had the help of the 33 behind him. Pushed him right across the start-finish line for his 3rd Super Speedway win in the last 3 Speedway races.
Does Kyle Busch watch his hands? That's when he got a little bit loose right there. That's him entering the trial right there. Todd already got into the back of him, got him loose. We saw his hands. Now he's fighting back, trying to side draft off Hornaday. Now then he pulled down the block. Brian Scott in the 16 truck.
Ron Hornaday racing for a championship. Comes home 2nd at Talladega. Huge day.
What a big day. Now, the only hurdle really for Ron Hornaday, well, not the only hurdle, but one of the big hurdles is our next race, which is Martinsville, a short track race. Take a look at this from the Goodyear blend.
I'll tell you, Brian Scott really had a nice run going till Kyle Busch pulled down to the inside, blocked him, then that took all his momentum away.
You know the hype that Mike Wallace gets for being one of the best restrictor plate super speedway drivers there is? He deserves it. 5th place finish.
We saw him get shuffled back.
Look at this. Crew celebrating when they see him go across the start-finish line. How about a fan of Todd Bodine's, Bo Bice? Take a look at him in the gray shirt there. Good friend of Todd Bodine's, the Onions, Bo Bice celebrating. How about that?
I think I can get more air than him.
Let's go down to Chris Devoto.
Well, we are with Kyle Busch, the other Toyota, who was leading that race. And Kyle, I know anything is it's wild at Talladega. You were on the front end of this thing when we were here in the Cup race in the spring. Talk about that last lap. Is there anything you could have done differently, or what happened out there from your perspective?
No, nothing really I could have done differently. Bodine's truck was just real strong. He was the best Toyota we had out there today, and just unfortunately, you know, he got into us coming off the corner there, got me a little bit loose, but I got it back down to the bottom, and they shot up and around me on the outside. But we wouldn't have been in that position anyways if it wasn't for Todd dumping the 99 and getting in behind us earlier and being able to push us up there like that. So, you know, I guess the 3rd place at Talladega is pretty good, and we'll take that and, you know, go on into the next few.
Well, I know he wanted to be on the front end of it, but Kyle Busch is such a fan of these truck races and Talladega. Like he said, he'll take that top 3 finish and head out. Let's go to victory lane, though. Our other Toyota, the winner, Todd Bodine.
And the celebration started long before Todd Bodine got here. And now that he's in victory lane, it continues. Another checkered flag for Todd Bodine at Talladega. Oh, my, what a final lap. Take us through.
Yeah, I didn't know what to think. You know, going down the back straightaway, I'm thinking, okay, I just finished 2nd here, push Kyle down there, try to get him to win, get a good finish, good points race. And we come off a 4, and I hit him, got him sideways, and I had to go to the outside. And then I had a buddy behind me, Ron Hornaday. We've been friends here. You know, even the deal at Charlotte, we got over it. We drink beers together. We park our coaches together, playing cornhole. He was back there, and he come back and pushed me, and here we are. I can't believe it.
Put in perspective what it's like to win 3 consecutive races at super speedway tracks.
Well, I tell you, it's these guys right here. They worked their tail off on this truck, and when they built it, and then they rebuilt it, and they rebuilt it again for here. And these are the guys that make it run good. Everybody at Germain Racing, all the Fab Shop, everybody at TRD and the Motor Shop. You know, the Fords had us covered with horsepower, but a good handling truck with a good body in this Tundra. We kept with them, and I gotta thank all the fans that are here. You know, the great crowd today. Hope it was good TV.
Indeed it was. Todd Bodine's had some ups and downs throughout this year, but when you win at Talladega, it makes all the problems go away. He's done it 3 times in a row. Talladega, Daytona, and back here in Talladega again, guys.
His 110th race and his 14th career win. Todd Bodine back in victory lane again. He celebrates, and he knows how to do it. He's done it 14 times with those wins. We'll be back for more of the action from Talladega right after these messages. Bodine winning this one today, actually by a wide margin. A year ago, the difference between first and second was 0.014 seconds. Well, Ron Hornaday was way back there, 7/100ths of a second behind Todd Bodine. Let's hear from him.
Well, let's talk to Ron Hornaday about what an amazing race you had today. Tell us about that last lap. What's it like being the driver whenever they're 3 wide coming after the white flag?
I would just hold on to my truck. I seen them two get together and they got sideways. I was going for the open spot and it ended up where Todd got in front of him and I pushed him to the win. But awesome job for the Campbell World Chevrolet. Rick Wren, all the guys. I got to thank Cale Gale. He's been sticking around these races and building shocks for us. And Houston, everybody at the shop is just doing an awesome job, and this is what makes it so fun. And we're a brand new truck, never been tested, and Chevrolet putting it in the wind tunnel with us, and Mark Smith with the motors. We'll take a second. That feels like a win here at Talladega for me.
Ron, you had the penalty on pit road, and then it got you way back in 26. At that point, were you worried at all, or did you know you could get back to the front?
Well, you don't know that. You don't. Nobody was moving. You know, Rick Wren was all worried about it, but we got a new Fendagle tack in that thing with a bunch of lights and everything, and I never seen it go to red. I guess it's got to go to yellow, green, and then red. And I'm learning about it, but I don't know if that got me on speeding or not. Maybe I just got excited. But the truck came back through. I mean, I got to thank Mike Wallace. I left him out there. We'll blame Rick Crowley on that one. I ain't going to take the blame on that. I told him never let me leave my wingman, and he cleared me, and I thought Mike was with us. And I went down and I looked up, and Mike wasn't with us. So I owe Mike Wallace one. He definitely pushed me to the front. And but like I said, we'll take second. Todd's back bumper's probably tore off that thing. He's been beat up all day long, and I'm glad that our Campbell World Chevrolet's got to push him to the front.
Great finish for Ron Hornaday, and he finishes second. Another good day in the points. Krista?
Well, Colin Brown was driving the train on the high line, and with 2 laps to go, Colin, you were in position to win this race. Had that sunk in? What was going through your mind? Did you think, I'm about to win a race at Talladega?
No, not really. I was just trying to do everything I could to keep that number 6 Common Freight Ford F-150 truck near the front. You know, these guys work so hard on that truck, and my crew chief Mike Beam and the body guy Will, they've been in the wind tunnel nonstop the last little bit, and, you know, till the wee hours of the morning, and they've done a really good job with that truck, and obviously we had great Roush Yates power, but didn't really think about it. Just was trying to do everything I could to get back to the front after we blew that tire out there in the middle of the race, and you know, just had to work the top line, and wherever trucks weren't is where my truck seemed to run pretty good at.
And you're leading this Rebestos rookie standings. You come here, and it's such a wild card. Anything could happen. You go out of here, what's your goal for the rest of the season? Obviously to get that win, but what else do you want to do?
Well, obviously win that Rookie of the Year championship, and it'd be nice to get a race win in here. I feel like we've been in a position where quite a few times this year, you know, maybe at the midpoint of the race to have a fast enough truck to win it and haven't put it together. You know, either made a rookie mistake or had, you know, somebody get wrecked in front of us and run into it. So had those kind of problems, but I feel like we've maybe shed some of that, and hopefully can get a race win in here before the year's out.
Colin Brown getting close. Rick?
Well, Colin Brown was leading when they took the white flag, but 2.66 miles later, it was Todd Bodine getting the help from our point leader, Ron Hornaday, and the win at Talladega. The Mountain Dew 250 presented on Speed by Toyota. Todd Bodine continuing the hat dance in victory lane here at Talladega Superspeedway. We want to take a look at what took place on the backstretch. I thought a caution may have come out, but since it was in the back of the field, NASCAR did not throw. There's Jeff Green in that 40.
It looked like Jeff Green got hit from behind, turned into the outside wall. Then John Wood came along. That's Joey Logano, the 59. Brendan Gaughan also got a piece of that.
I bet you John Wood thought this wreck wasn't ever going to end.
See right there, you see
John Wood makes a move to the outside, but at the same time, somebody got together down below them. Jeff Green drives into John Wood. Look at the speed he's going across the track, Phil.
Yeah, and going to hit the inside wall there.
Joey Logano also got caught up in this, and that number 59, a tough night for him. Let's go to Adam Alexander.
And I thought Johnny Benson was going to get through that final crash. You were just watching it here on our monitor. Take us through what happened from your perspective, JB.
I was in pretty good shape, actually, and then right at the end, down a bunch of us, we got slid up a little bit. Mike Wallace got underneath me. I was wanting him to push me the way up there, but I got just a little bit too much of a gap, and he squeezed and got in there, and then that pretty much killed what we had going on. But other than that, Trip Racing guys did a great job. Our truck was really good. Just kept getting in my fault, kept getting in the wrong place at the wrong time. So, but we made it through. We didn't get any wrecked or anything like that. So it's just on to Martinsville.
Johnny Benson right in the championship hunt as we get set for Martinsville in 2 weeks.
The point standings scrolling across the top of your screen. You saw maybe a little bit of the movement that's taken place there. Obviously, Ron Hornaday taking the top spot away from Johnny Benson. Todd Bodine moved 3 spots up in the point standings to 4th.